Why, hello there. How are you today? Awesome Soul here, and I'm sure it's been quite a long time since you've heard me say that. About... how long has it been? Anyways, point is, too long. But yes, we are playing some good old Robocraft with me and my Mac, because what else would I play? This is, first and foremost, a Mac game to me, to be quite honest. But yes, I am back to play some Robocraft. But where have I been? This is kind of a catch-up sort of video, and I'll be answering a couple of questions that people gave me on Discord. Hey! Our first kill. My first kill in a long time. I haven't actually played in quite a while, by the way, so if I'm rusty, that's why. Apologies for possibly some bad gameplay. But yeah, where have I been? Well, I've been very busy with work. As I'm sure a lot of you know, I've been in the process of getting settled into a new job. And it's certainly not a very easy job. It's a union job. And I won't go into any more details other than that. But if you have ever been in a union, you'll know all about being at the bottom of the totem pole, which is not fun. You get all the worst work, and therefore, it's a lot more difficult and a lot more overtime. So, because of that, I don't quite have as much time to play Robocraft and make some videos for you guys. Although I have actually put in quite a big chunk of effort into a pretty cool video on my other channel, my Pokemon channel. This is sort of a deep dive analytical look at how the possibility of a sound type would work in the game. Would it work well? Would it work poorly? And it's actually a series I'm doing over there with a bunch of other types. Should be pretty cool. So if you're all into Pokemon and into sort of analytical breakdowns, maybe both, go check that video out. But yeah, like I was saying, I've been quite busy. But hopefully things should be getting better. But I've said that a couple times, and well, I don't know what I don't know. Like I said, I'm just starting out, so I don't really know what to expect and what's coming up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. No promises, but I'm certainly not going anywhere. Preferably, I would like to keep on making content for you guys. And I guess that kind of covers that. Let's see if we can get to safety here. In my little asymmetrical mech. I've actually been doing a lot better than I thought I would be doing. Now, that we are all healed up, thank you, Mr. The Red 40. I greatly appreciate that. We can go ahead and answer a couple of questions. So, if you're not on the Discord, you won't know what's going on, but about 2 days ago, I believe, I put out a tweet, not a tweet, but a post in the announcement section asking for people to give me questions. And I kind of left them hanging. I made it sound like I would be doing this video a lot sooner, but crazy amounts of overtime and all that. But yeah, I've covered that already. So, Nui Cow 2240 asks, the balance of Robocraft and the audience. Basically, what do you think the target audience of Robocraft should be? Also, how to have fun in Robocraft without getting salty. Also, how should you try to retain new players? Or I guess, how should Robocraft try to retain new players? Well, a lot to unpack there. I guess that's multiple questions. But how to have fun in Robocraft without getting salty? Honestly, just don't. Just stop. Cease. Don't get salty. Just make a sweet bot. Because, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. But yeah, point is, just have fun, man. It's a game. Just try making something weird. Something that wouldn't really work all that well, or at least something that you don't think would work all that well, and just go for it. Like this thing. a weird asymmetrical build with the recently nerfed mortar, doing pretty solid damage. I was honestly surprised because I don't quite like the mortar. It's probably one of my least favorite weapons, though for whatever reason, coming back into this match, I'm actually liking it a lot. So my ranking for the mortar might change. I don't know, because it's weird. As far as I'm aware, the only things that have changed with the mortar are nerfs. Like, it should be worse. But why does it feel better? I don't know. As far as the target audience of Robocraft and how to retain new players, I honestly don't know. I'm kind of just coming back into Robocraft, so maybe I'll leave that up to Free Jam. I don't know. So let's try and stop this point here. And apologies, by the way, if I don't get to your question. There were a lot of questions, and I have only so much time in this video to answer them, because I kind of do want to do it in one match. I don't want this video to be too long. Decent length, but yeah, not too long. Anyway, Raptark asks, what's your current opinion on Robocraft? Has it changed since you spoke out about it previously? Also, any thoughts on the current Steam charts for the game? The active player base seems just getting lower. Apologies if I butchered that, but I also kind of have to drive this thing as well. Ooh. And I have to avoid you also. Yeah, I think I will... no. I'll hold this position. Yeah, Steam chart. I guess I'll cover that. Yeah, it's definitely the lowest it's ever been. And it's been going down, but, I mean, the game is 5 years old, and I don't know, there's only so much you can do in the game, whereas, like, other games with, like, again, massive teams, so they can afford to put all that content in the game. World of Warcraft, it's, what, I want to say 20 years? Maybe not that, maybe 15, no, 20, I don't know. Point is, it's been around quite a long time, and well, it's gone down, but actually, yeah, it has gone down. That's a good point. Basically, I guess things do go down, and I don't know, maybe it'll rise back up, but honestly, I don't think so. And kind of ties into another question, but basically, I don't know. I don't think they can kind of come back from this, just because of... oh, that was the question. Basically, let me see if I can quickly find it. Killbot asks, what do you think killed Robocraft? Well, Robocraft certainly isn't dead yet, but I kind of understand the gist of what you're asking. And, personally, I think it's just the community kind of tore itself apart, in a sense that a lot of people wanted something different from the game, and everyone was like, oh, I want this. Hey, Free Jam, I recommend you add this to the game, and take it in this direction, etc., etc. Oh, of course. Hello. Okay, this is gonna be a suicide run. Alright. Do as much damage as I can, and... yeah, damn. But yeah, like I was saying, the community kind of, sort of tore itself apart, in a sense. Basically what I'm getting at is, the game has been around for so long, and it was publicly available in such a very basic form, that once people first got their hands on it, they were like, oh wow, I can't wait to play this game, and it has all these crazy sort of intricate building features where I can make the best drone and make it flip around and make all these crazy maneuvers and all that stuff. Whereas somebody like me, for example, was like, oh wow, a game where I can stretch my imagination and do whatever the heck I want. So I want all these creative aspects. I want things to make it, like, you know, gears and all that stuff to make it look really cool. And I want aesthetic parts, and I want more paint jobs, and I want, you know, all these cosmetic things. I want to make something look cool and have fun while doing it. While other people want, you know, try-hard builds and the best of the best in combat. And some people want a bit of both. Some people want something I didn't even mention. But hopefully you kind of get what I'm saying. Anyway, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There are a lot of other things. I guess I could have gone over some other questions that people asked. But for now, I will leave it at that. With that, I, of course, have been the Awesome Soul. I thank you all so very much for watching, and I really appreciate all of you staying around. But yeah, take care. Oh, and hopefully the next video won't be too far off. Anyway, that's it. Take care.